So it's right around 4:15 p.m. on Thursday, April 4th, 2024. I guess this is a 444 day, as I just saw on the internet. People get kind of worked up over these repetitive numbers, and I find them interesting as well because when you see them a lot, it's kind of a statistical anomaly in terms of the frequency of the appearance of these repeating numbers. They're pretty rare, so to constantly see numbers that are grouped together like 6666, that's kind of unusual. Anyway, I guess today is 4/4/24, and as soon as I woke up, because I was up all night cleaning and preparing for another visit from the investigators who are investigating the code violations in this apartment at my request. This isn't the landlord that's asking this. This is me asking the city of Boston to investigate ongoing code violations in this unit. Somebody started smoking intense amounts of really nasty, gritty cigar smoke from behind this wall. As you can see right here, the door to the hallway is open because I've had to keep it open for ventilation. And the door is open about 2 feet. There's no fumes or odors in the hallway. I've already been up and down the hallway a few times. But the smoke and the fumes are coming from the bathroom of Unit 78, as they always do. So I smell like French fries over here, but certainly not cigar smoke. But you can kind of smell it in this corner, and it's always coming from this corner. As I keep saying, there's somebody or something accessing the space behind that electrical closet right there, and the smoke and the fumes are constantly filling this area right here. And it's not coming from downstairs because yesterday during the court hearing with the landlord, the property manager, Oleg Eliseyev, admitted that the unit directly below this one is being renovated, as he said, and it's available for use. That means there's nobody in there. There should not be anybody in there, although he does rent to a large number of mentally disturbed psychopaths and sex offenders and career criminals, according to the Boston Police Department. That's not me coming up with that. That's just fact. Individuals such as Charles Thomas, who I've had to go to court with because he threatened to kill me, and the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and the Boston Police Department arrested him on charges of making death threats against me while I was just in the process of trying to pick up my mail at the office. So when I say that the Greenville Group rents to a lot of career criminals, that's not an exaggeration, it's a fact. So maybe there actually is somebody in the unit below and management is too stupid to know about it because they think that the people they rent to are nice, normal, functional people, and they're not. They're a bunch of malignant psychos who stalk people, who engage in all kinds of crime, who break and enter into empty units, and then engage in all kinds of harassment. So when I say that I've been smelling intense and nauseating amounts of cigar smoke from the corner behind this wall for the last 45 minutes now, that's not an exaggeration. I've just had to turn the air conditioning on, even though it's in the 30s outside and cold and windy and rainy, and there's no heat in this unit. So why in the world would I turn on the air conditioning when there's absolutely no heat in this unit? And I've reported the no heat to the management of this building 4 times in the last 24 hours, and they still haven't turned it on. Why would I turn on the air conditioning unless it was an urgent need to ventilate this space right here? Why would I leave my door open unless, there is an urgent need to get rid of the smoke and fumes that keep filling my unit from the bathroom of 78? I actually just called the Greenville Group's office about 20 minutes ago and informed them that there was somebody smoking in the bathroom of Unit 78 and that there was also no heat. I spoke with somebody who sounded like Felicita. She has like a very rapid, kind of quick way of speaking, so I recognize her voice. When you speak to Davis, Davis is a little bit softer. She doesn't speak as quickly. So I think I spoke to Felicita and just informed her about 20 minutes ago that there's no heat in this unit and that there's also intense amounts of smoke coming from the bathroom of 78. And her response was, okay, we'll make a note of it. Right? And then nothing happens. So that's what I'm dealing with right now. At the same time, as the intense amounts of cigar smoke and fumes are coming from this bathroom that Greenville keeps telling me is permanently vacant and empty. I mean, it's not permanently vacant, but they've been telling me it's vacant and empty for over 1.5 years now, in spite of the fact that somebody keeps getting really disruptive in that bathroom, usually late at night or early in the morning when I try to use the facilities in my own bathroom. As I recorded in a video at 6:30 this morning, when I went into my bathroom at 6:30 this morning to try to use the facilities, someone sitting in the bathroom of 78 who had been smoking what was cigar and marijuana smoke in that bathroom throughout the night started repeatedly flushing the toilet in the bathroom of 78. Again, even though management keeps telling me the bathroom of 78 is vacant. They're like, oh, nobody's in there. It's empty. Nobody lives in there. Well, somebody's accessing the premises, and I don't know who it is, but it's probably the same person who lived in that unit for the last 10 years and who continues to live in this building, a psychopath, a sex offender, a psycho stalker, according to the Boston Police Department, named Yasmin Irizarry, who, according to Oleg Alexeyev of the Greenville Group, is also a very talented cyber criminal. And what he said about her when I reported that all my devices keep getting remotely disabled and don't work when I need them to, or they suddenly, look at this. I keep saying my phones are hacked. I can't use this phone. It's a brand new phone. I bought it a few months ago in the fall. And every time I try to turn it on, it crashes. So when I say that my devices are being remotely disabled on a regular basis, even though they're brand new, yeah, look at this. See, can't use this phone. Suddenly it's not working very conveniently. So yeah, I mean, there's a very disturbed, malignant stalker harasser who appears to be somehow sponsored by the Greenville Group, smoking in this bathroom right now. That's why I keep having to open the door to the hallway and then walk out into the hallway. And this is dysfunctional. I shouldn't have to keep my door open just to ventilate fumes that are coming from a unit that Greenville keeps telling me is vacant and empty, but that obviously the former resident, again, a psychopath, a sex offender, a cyber criminal, and a stalker, according to what Greenville told me about her, she keeps accessing the premises of her former unit so she can engage in the same exact psychotic pattern of stalking, harassment, and aggression towards me as she did verifiably during the 10 years that she was officially and verifiably housed in the unit behind this wall. So now I have to call Greenville again because they're failing to respond to my concern about someone smoking in the vacant bathroom of the unit behind this wall. And also there's still no heat, so they need to come up here and do a temperature reading. I have the air conditioning on only to ventilate the smoke and fumes that are filling this area right here, and that's why the door is also open. Otherwise, I would have the AC off because it's freezing. Yeah, the smoke and fumes in my apartment right now are so intense that I've actually had to step out here to get some fresh air because whoever's smoking in the bathroom of 78 is literally filling my entire unit, and even opening the door isn't helping. It's also affecting my voice. What's going on? Oh, yeah. They've removed all of the stuff around here. That's interesting. Huh. So maybe that unit really is empty. Okay, so they can have maintenance do work in the hallway, but then they can't have maintenance do work in my apartment to fix multiple ongoing code violations as issued in multiple citations to them by the city of Boston. Are you kidding me? And now I have to step out into the hallway for fresh air because I can't breathe in my apartment right now. I have the door open and it's not ventilating anything. Oh my God. Like, what the hell is going on in that bathroom right now? This is insane. They keep telling me it's not possible for anyone to be in that bathroom. There's absolutely someone sitting in that bathroom, and they're deliberately pinpointing their own location because they're a stupid criminal and a nut job that wants people to know that they're right there. I mean, that's the whole point of deliberately filling someone's living space with sickening and overpowering odors and fumes, because you're a psycho and you want people to know that you're just a few feet away. I mean, why else would somebody be filling this entire corner right here with intense smoke and fumes? And it's not coming from below. You just saw me going down to the unit below. There's no smoke or fumes down there. There's no smoke or fumes in the hallway. It's the psycho that lived in that unit for the last 10 years that still continues to access the premises of her former unit because she's a malignant nut job who has nothing else to do with her sad, wasted life. And she's also apparently getting sponsored by the Greenville Group, according to what I've been informed by people who are familiar with this building, with the Greenville Group, and with the housing industry in Boston. Okay, so right now it's 36 degrees outside. It's freezing. There's a lot of wind. There was a really massive winter storm last night in the area, light rain, humidity, blah, blah, blah. It's cold in here. There's no heat. There hasn't been any heat in here for days. And I keep reporting that the Greenville group has shut off the heat to this unit, and I'm not joking. There is no heat, but I have to keep the air conditioner going because there is a malignant psycho stalker named Jasmine Arizari who formerly lived in the unit behind my kitchen sink and continues to verifiably, according to Oleg Eliseyev of the Greenville group, be housed somewhere in this building. I mean, obviously he wouldn't tell me what unit she had been moved to. So she's still in the building. She has demonstrated the ability to pick the lock to my door on multiple occasions by picking the lock to that door while I was sitting here, pretty much in this corner right here. And she proudly unlocked the door to this unit from the outside when it was locked. She opened the door, she stood in the doorway and started singing loudly and pulling tape from the outside of the door and then sticking it on the inside of the door. And she wanted to make sure that I saw her doing this because she's a stupid criminal, and stupid criminals are very proud of their stupid crimes, and they want to make sure that everybody knows about it. So they're not very subtle. And the Greenville group rents to a bunch of stupid criminals. That's why they live in this building and not on a mansion, in a mansion somewhere like on the Caribbean or whatever, because stupid criminals don't get very far in the life of crime. They're pretty obvious and people catch on to what they're doing. And then they end up living in Unit 88, like the psycho sex offender in 88 who compulsively loudly masturbates and doesn't try to be quiet about it. Or the violent thug directly below 76, who's apparently not there anymore, but who came up to my door on multiple occasions, was screaming and shouting, throwing things at my head, shoving me into my door, that kind of thing. That's a stupid criminal, right? And then the psychopath, Jay Irizarry, who keeps hacking into my devices, who's a talented cyber criminal, according to Oleg Eliseyev of the Greenville group. I mean, they're all stupid criminals because they are blatant in their criminal acts and activities and their talk about their criminal acts and activities. And so everybody knows, right? Maybe that's why nobody does anything about it, because it's so out in the open. Everybody just sort of accepts, well, this is what's happening and that's how it is. And we're not going to do anything. Even though there's laws about this stuff, we're just not going to do anything. Yeah. I guess that's what's happening right now, because there's a squatter in that unit. And when management keeps telling you it's not possible for there to be somebody in a locked unit because it's empty, they're just letting their stupid show. Of course it's possible. Locked doors never kept out criminals, you idiots.
For rentals, press 1. For maintenance, press 2. If you're interested in selling a property, press 3. For the office directory, press 4, or press 0 for the front desk. After the tone, please leave a detailed message with your name and number so we may get back to you when we return.
Hi there. It's right around 4:35 p.m. on Thursday, April 4th, 2024. I'm calling for a second time today from Unit 89 to report that there is someone sitting in the bathroom of Unit 78 that is located directly behind my kitchen sink and directly behind my bathroom, and they have been smoking intense and overpowering amounts of cigar smoke for the last hour. Hour and a half now. They're definitely in there. I've walked around the hallway. I've actually gone down one floor to the third floor to Unit 76 to see if anybody is sitting in Unit 76 smoking up a storm, and there's no one in 76. It's actually looks like it's vacant. So the smoke and the fumes that are filling my living space right now from the bathroom of 78 are not coming from 76. They're also not coming from the hallway. They're not coming from the front stairwell, and they're not coming from anywhere other than the bathroom of Unit 78 because it shares two walls with my kitchen area and with my bathroom. And that's where the psychopath named Jasmine Arizari resided for the last 10 years, up until about a year ago, apparently. And during those 10 years, she engaged in the same exact pattern of intense and overpowering smoke propagation throughout my bathroom and my living space, as she is engaging in right now as I am leaving this voicemail. Irizarry, according to your own staff, still lives in the building. She is a known psychopath, according to the Boston Police Department. According to your own staffers, she targets people, and she is continually accessing the premises of the area behind my kitchen sink and behind my bathroom. And that is where she propagates these intense amounts of smoke that are constantly filling my living space and requiring that I open my door to the hallway and keep the air conditioner going and ventilate my space in a way that is not functional or safe. There's also no heat in Unit 89. So right now it's 36 degrees outside and there has not been any heat in this unit for days, even though we just had a winter storm and it was ice cold in here. Please turn the heat on. The heat is not on. If you can send maintenance up here right now, that would be great. I am recording this voicemail for legal purposes. Thank you. Yeah, voicemail sent. I keep having to do this because this is a criminal, crooked Russian slumlord that is negligent, and the city of Boston has multiple citations against them for code violations in this unit alone. I don't even know what code violations they have against the Greenville Group for other units. All I can talk about is what's going on in this unit, and that's a lot already.